Hey guys! Update from my bed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Today's day 23, and for the past 9 days in a row, I haven't had a drink. And for 17 out of the 23 days, I haven't had a drink. And so on 5 days, it's a lot of numbers. On 5 days, I had a drink. But it's been 9 days now, so I'm super stoked on that. Haven't had a drink. Um, yeah, thanks everyone for all the nice messages and the comments and support. It feels really cool. I actually got a nice message this morning from someone who was like, "Oh, I'm looking for your YouTube page because I was looking for an update," and they threw some more support at me, and so that kind of motivated me to actually sit up in bed, and make this video that I've been putting off for a couple days. So, thanks for sending me that message. It was nice to receive. Thanks. Um, Moving forward, I think with this project, I'm going to keep making update videos of like what's been going on for me. But then on top of that, I think some of the specific challenges, or I've been doing a bit of reading in some books about alcohol just to learn some stuff and share it. So maybe I'll start making some smaller videos as well and sharing some insights and questions and stuff like that. Um, for today's video, there was 3 things that I wanted to talk about, and I was going to recap the week a little bit, my week. So recap, I had a good week. On the weekend, I was with family for Easter festivities. And on the Saturday, I had an urge. I was a little bit bored, and I had that feeling where I wanted something, but I didn't quite know what it was that I wanted. And so beer popped into my mind. And I think it was maybe just like the boredom and not being able to figure out what that need was. And so just filling that with something that I know is a mood altering substance and would, in a way, make me feel better. And so I made a post on my Sans Booze page on Facebook, and I felt better. And I also externalized it to the people I was with, talked about it. But I think even just posting that on Facebook, or like just putting it out of my body, um, even like journaling, something like that would have made it feel a lot less pressing on me, that desire, that need to drink. Um, Really, the most helpful thing for me so far has been just telling someone about it. And so that was really helpful. I didn't have the drink, and I made it through the rest of family Easter time, just, drinking tea, stuff like that. Sunday, I went to a music show, and it was really awesome, for one. For two, I stayed completely sober, which was really sweet. The show was so fun. It's like one of my favorite bands to see live. It's a French electro pop dance group named Yelle, Yelle. And when we first walked in, I had an urge to have a beer, and I think that going to music shows, my pattern is to drink, and so naturally, when I walked in, I had that craving to get a drink, and I externalized it again. I talked to someone about it, and that was like a 30-second conversation, and yeah, I just had water. I danced. I was with friends, so I had a bit of a comfort factor there, which was maybe a little bit helpful. I wasn't super insecure being by myself and around a lot of strangers in a crowd experience. So yeah, it was actually, after that initial spot, was really a lot easier, and it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad I did it, and I look forward to more sober shows in the future. Yeah. So the 3 things that I wanted to touch on today was sober guilt. I'm having a bit of sobriety guilt. Like, I went with a friend last night, and we were in a pub bar, and I ordered a cran and soda, and he ordered a de-alcoholized beer, which is beer that's had the alcohol removed to about 0.4 or 0.5%. And so I was feeling guilty that our bill was going to be like $10 or less, and we were taking up his table, and I was kind of projecting my insecurity about being in this restaurant situation, projecting that onto him. And maybe it comes from me being a server in the past and, thinking, oh, it's that table that's just going to sit there and not order anything. So I ended up ordering some food to jack the bill up a little bit. And I don't know if, it was entirely because of my insecurities and guilty feelings, because really, who cares what he's thinking? It doesn't matter. So I think there's maybe a little bit of insecurity or, stuff like that around me being sober still. A little bit of judgment on myself. So something for me to think about a little bit more and reflect on. Maybe do some journaling. Maybe make a separate video. Another thing, some judgments and perceptions from the past that are seeming to maybe change a little bit. A perception that maybe sober people are boring, or sober people don't know how to have fun. Fear, the perception of fear around being sober that I would have in the past, like thinking I don't know how I could live my life without alcohol. Like it's so ingrained in our society and culture as something that we need to celebrate, something that we need to have fun. We live for the weekend. Friday, Saturday night, what are you doing? Getting drunk, going dancing. And it's just like so indoctrinated into us that in the past I had no idea of how I could do life without alcohol. So, and actually funny, one of the books that I've been doing research on, one of the sub-chapter titles is what do sober people do for fun? And I LOL'd, I laughed out loud when I saw that. I was like, what do sober people do for fun? I don't know. Talk? Play cards? Anyway, the last thing I wanted to touch on was being aware of if I'm replacing alcohol with other things, caffeine, sugar, weed, and I'm not getting too focused on that yet because I'm still, coming out, reestablishing my patterns of just life without alcohol. So it's something that within the next couple weeks I'm going to focus a little bit more on and maybe make, video talk about a little bit. Yeah, other than that, talk to you soon. Thanks. Oh, I'm going to post some stuff below this, just some links and resources if anyone else is interested in learning some tools around being sober, stuff like that. Yeah.